Good morning. We're going to begin our power yoga flow with a brief meditation. And then we're going to do some sun salutations and further that with some variations, some dynamic movements with the breath. There will be a strong focus on moving with the breath and the body today. All right. And then we'll do a bit of deeper stretches at the end. So please feel free to use the comments to follow up with me. And we'll go ahead and get started here. So finding a comfortable seat, go ahead and ground into your sit bones, soften through the shoulders. You can close the eyes or gaze at a single point. And just notice how you're breathing. Allowing the breath to be deep and audible, filling the belly, filling the chest, feeling the ribs and the lungs expand in 3 dimensions as you breathe. And with the exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine to press the air out. Breathing in, feeling that diaphragmatic breathing, drawing the breath deeply into the lungs, down into the pelvis, expanding to the outwards to the ribs. Cultivating that ujjayi breath. Full breath in a slight constriction of the back of the throat or the lips on the exhale. To create that oceanic sound, to hear the breath and help regulate the breath. And so relaxing into this meditative seat, just take a moment to notice whatever is arising for you in your experience, just feeling into the body, what sensations may be there. And you can even name them silently in your mind, like some tension in the low back or tightness in the shoulders. Maybe you feel some energy, some aliveness in the hands and in the feet. So just acknowledge that, name that, and then let that really fill your experience. This is a great way to help us process our embodied emotions, especially in the morning. If we can just give that energy in the body, that emotion that we're feeling in the body, its space, it only takes about 90 seconds for it to cycle through. So without placing a story or a judgment on it, just feeling into what you feel in the body. And staying present with the breath, with any sounds in the room, and with the feeling of the body. Just take a few more mindful breaths with that in mind. And we'll begin some movement here. So I'm going to take my place on the mat. And begin by drawing the knees into the chest and swaying side to side, just curling up into a gentle ball shape here and connecting with the mat, feeling that self-massage of the back muscles. And then holding behind the knees, we're going to rock back and forth. And rather than using the legs, we're going to use the core. So it takes a bit longer to build up that momentum. But as you get into it, you'll really start to activate through every vertebrae, waking up the spine. Take one more rock with me. And then rock up with your knees pointed up. You can grip behind the thighs, extend the shins up here. holding onto the legs, engaging the upper body, or option to float the palms face up. All right. We're going to take in one knee and then the other. Really straighten that leg out, get a nice extension. Okay. And then extend the legs straight out. Straighten your arms, lower down to hover 2 inches. Raise them up one more time, 2 inches off the mat. Raise it up, and then cross the feet, come over top of the knees. We'll come to a tabletop pose. So spread the fingers wide, press the palms down underneath of the shoulders, knees underneath of the hips. Then tuck your toes and press into the hands, hover the knees just 3 inches up off the mat. Feel your inner fire spark for 3, for 2, for 1. Lowering the knees down. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. We'll take cat-cows. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Inhale, gazing up, tilting the tailbone up. Exhale, rounding the shoulders forward. And inhale, drawing the shoulders back. Take a couple more cat-cows here. Keep on going with your own breath and your own rhythm. And feel free to follow along throughout this class with my pace, or to follow your own pace and your own rhythm. So make this your own practice, yeah? And then coming back to a neutral position, go ahead and extend your right foot long behind you, and then you reach your left hand out. Inhale, reach them out real long. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee, press it together, hold it. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it together. Once more, reach them out. And then bring it in. And now extend them out. This time, bend your back knee. Take your hand around. Take hold of the foot or the ankle here. And keep some tightness, some stiffness in the spine, since it's still early, so we're not super warmed up. And just finding an engagement in this shape. Nice strong breaths, keeping the core tight. And then release it and lower it down. Sway a bit side to side, rinse it out. All right. Other side, reach your left foot back, really press through the heel, toes point down. Extend your right hand out, inhale. Exhale, draw them together, hold it, flex them, press them together. Inhale, draw it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale for that extension, and then bring it in. And now this time we'll do a reach around, bending your back knee, taking that hand for the foot or ankle, right? Keeping the core real tight, keeping the spine straight. Staying present with the breath. And then straighten them out, lower them down. Now we're going to rotate to a side plank. So take your left foot long behind you, spin the inside heel down. You can take this right foot off the side of the mat for a kickstand. Then take your left hand up. Option to straighten that bottom leg. Maybe you hover the top leg. And let's take this top hand and make one circle one way. And then one circle the other way. Warming up into it. And we're going to come back through center here. And then rock over to the other side. Great. Legs strong and long. Reach for the sky. Take your variation here, whatever feels good for you. And then take an arm circle. And circle it back the other way. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Now from neutral tabletop again, step your hands a bit further forward. So we're in a longer tabletop here. Inhale, shift the hips forward. Keep the hands. Exhale, press the hips back. Long lines from your fingertip to your tailbone. Inhale forward, long line from your toes to the crown of your head. Find that line. With an exhale, find the line from your fingertips to your tailbone. moving with the breath here, alternating through these shapes. Inhale forward. Exhale takes you back. Warming up the spine, working with that mind-body-back connection. Since I started doing these practices about 7 years ago, I have not had any back pain, nearly any back pain. And inhale forward, let's all come forward, tuck your toes, and then press the hips up and back for down dog. Go ahead and settle into your down dog here. Create a little bit of lift, create a little bit of bounce here. So find some lightness and some expansion in the joints rather than just collapsing or locking into it. Create some expansion, okay? And then let's take down dog pedals. Bend one knee, then the other. Opening up through the calves and the hamstrings. Yeah. And then rise up onto your tippy toes. Inhale, exhale, press the heels down, press the hips back. Let's do that twice more. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, heels back, opening up the armpits. Inhale up, last one. Exhale, press back, perfect. Now rise up onto the toes, and we're gonna gracefully step the feet up to the hands. And when your hands have to rise, let them find your shins or your thighs for a halfway lift, flat back, inhale. And exhale, we fold. Hang out here for a second. You can take opposite elbows, sway from side to side, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Then release the hands, press into the feet, root to rise, roll up the spine, lift the kneecaps, engage the core, circle the arms up, and then bring the hands together at the heart. Take a deep breath in with me. And exhale, let it go. Take another full breath in. Inside out. One more deep breath in. And let it all go. And resting in the vibration of the breath, feeling the balance of your feet. Let an intention come to mind for your practice. What aspects of strength and flexibility and mindfulness on your yoga mat are you going to carry forth with you? What brings you back to yoga? Resting the mind on that. Let's take some sun salutation A's here. So let's sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands, we'll step back to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest and chin, inchworm shape. Inhale, peel the heart, forward cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, press the hips up and back for down dog. Staying grounded in the present moment with the breath and the sensations of the inhale and the exhale. And inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. With the exhale, walk, step, or float up to the top, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, straightens the spine. Bring your neck and head up last. Circle the arms up again. Take them back down to the heart. Let's do this series again. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your hands, press and float, or step back. Exhale, lowering down all the way or hugging the elbows in for low plank, chaturanga. Inhale will take you forward to cobra or up dog, shining the heart. And exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Making yourself into that mountain peak shape. so that you are a strong triangle, nice line from the palms to the tailbone. So if you bend the knees to get a flat back, that's great. And let's all bend the knees, inhale, gaze forward. With the exhale, walk, step, or float up to the top. Take a halfway lift, send the tailbone back. And then exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, press down, root to rise, circle those arms up. And exhale down to the heart. Go ahead and take one more sun salutation A series with your own breath on your own pace. Okay? So we're going to extend the arms up, then fold, then a halfway lift. Okay? Find your vinyasa, lowering down, shining the heart forward with a cobra or an up dog, and then returning to down dog. Very good. Finding some stability and strength in that down dog. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, inhale, and gaze forward. Make your way up to the top of the mat with a strong exhale. And meet me back in a standing pose. Now let's move to a sun salutation B series. So let's sweep the arms back, bend the knees, take chair pose. So chair pose, also called thunderbolt. We can see this nice diagonal shape here. So go ahead and find that in your own body. Okay. Inhale, sit a bit deeper. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Halfway lift again. And then plant your hands, press or step through your flow. You can take a breath in plank, or you can lower all the way down right away. Moving forward and moving backwards. From here, we'll inhale the right leg to lift. Exhale, step it forward, lower your back heel. Inhale, warrior one. That back heel is off at 45 degrees. And then with your next exhale, we'll plant the hands to frame the front foot, step back, down dog, or take another vinyasa. And reach your left foot up. Inhale, exhale, step it through. Set your feet. Inhale takes you back up to warrior one. Inhale. With the exhale, frame the foot. Step back through plank pose. Take your transition. Okay. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. Just letting everything else fade out. And then we'll bend the knees, gaze forward. You can engage your bandhas here. There's a bandha at the tailbone. And press that in, squeeze that in to help you float up, halfway lift, and fold. And then sweep the arms back, take your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll stand. Take a moment here to feel the support of your feet, to feel the support of the ground rising up to meet you. Pressing in evenly into the feet now that we've cultivated some more energy, some more blood flow through the body. Check out your balance in your feet and see if you can regulate that balance so that you're evenly stacked on the 4 corners of your feet. Perfect. Now we're going to flow through some sun salutation B variations. All right, we're going to build some fire. So let's sweep the arms back, sit into our chair pose. Inhale, we can lower the hips a bit. Exhale, straighten and fold. Halfway lift. And then take your flow. Raising those thighs, raising the knees, strong up dog. And then down dog. Inhale, right foot lifts, so follow me here. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale it up and back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Strong inhale, reach it back. We're going for a fallen triangle. Take the knee to your left elbow. Keep it there. Straighten the leg to the ground. Spin your back heel down. Reach your left fingertips up for the sky. Press the hips up. Nice strong shape here. You're in control. You are empowered here. And then we're going to ground the hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Deeply in. And then step the foot up to the top, lower the back heel. Warrior one. Find your footing. And then open up to warrior two. Front knee tracking the same direction as your front toes. Check that your arms are in a line, both arms parallel to the ground. Tune into your breath here. And then lean forward for a side angle pose here. This hand can come down to the mat or to a block. Right, take your top arm for this first one in line with that back leg. Check out this strong diagonal line here. Really pressing into the side edge of that back foot and extending through the fingers. All right, inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot. Take your flow. Broadening the collar. Finding a real flat back with the down dog. Pressing into the whole surface area of the palms. Let's do the other side. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale to your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. And knee to your left elbow. Take a full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it back. You guys ready for this? Take your knee to your right elbow. Straighten the foot out long. Stack the shoulders. Reach up, strong yogis. And then let's ground the hand, three-legged dog. And step it up, lower that back foot. Inhale to rise to warrior one. Find your footing, weight evenly placed in your feet. Squaring the chest forward. And we'll open up to warrior two. Now from warrior two, do this movement with me here. Take your hands in front of your shins, and we're going to draw up that support, that powerful foundation from our feet. Feel that rising through the feet. Draw that strength and support up through your core into your chest and extend it long through your arms, extending it out into your fingers. Strong warrior two. And then go ahead and lean forward, taking that side angle. So whichever variation that you took on the other side, if you want to take a block or simply ground the forearm into the thigh, really take these fingertips and extend long with them. Using the shape to connect deeper with the body. Exploring what each shape feels like in the body. Inhale and exhale, frame your front foot. Down dog or vinyasa. Let's take 3 breaths here. Take a deep inhale and exhale, side out. Take a full breath in and exhale audibly. Once more, filling the lungs with the inhale and let it go. Perfect. Let's bend the knees. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float up to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, sweep the arms back. Bend the knees, sit the hips back, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart, come to standing. Once again, take a moment here. Draw your attention between your palms, noticing the heat, the electricity, and feeling the rhythm of your heart rate between the palms. Noticing how the heart rate is escalating, improving that blood flow throughout our practice. So we're going to deepen the series. All right, sweep the arms up, inhale. We're going to go right to a forward fold, halfway lift, and we're going to go right through our vinyasa. So plant the hand, step, or float. Coming to down dog. Inhale your right foot up, bend the knee, stack the hip, and point the toe. You can even gaze under your left armpit at that toe. Then step the right foot up, lower the back heel, warrior one. Inhale, exhale, sweep the arms, lean forward 45 degrees. Inhale up, twice more, exhale. Inhale. This time when we exhale, we're going to keep the shape. Feel like you are flying here. Take a deep inhale, and with the exhale, shift your weight forward, take a warrior three. And then we're going to find warrior two. So float that back foot back, windmill the arms. Nice transition, yogis. Perfect. And let's find a side angle shape here. This time, take your top hand down next to your front foot, spin your back heel up, twist to your right. Stacking the shoulders, long line from palm to palm, from heel to the crown of your head. All right. And then lower the hand, step to a plank pose. And we're going to roll to our left for side plank. Right. If you want to take your top foot to the thigh for flag pose, go for it. Press your hips up, nice arch shape here. And then lower the hands. Take your transition. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts. Inhale, bend the knees, stack the hips so you can gaze at that toe. And step it on through. Warrior one. Keeping the feet. Inhale, exhale, sweep the arms. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, keep the shape. Keep the shape. Sending your weight into your back heel through your tailbone. Really lengthening the spine all the way down to your back heel. And then we're going to find warrior three, shifting forward, taking your torso parallel to the ground. And then float that back foot back, open up, warrior two. Exhale, lean forward for side angle. Bottom arm in line with the top arm for power. Then as you twist to your left, spin your back heel up and take your right hand down for a low lunge twist. Gaze up at that top hand. Wringing out the spine here, bringing in fresh nutrients, fresh blood, fresh energy for the rest of our day. All right. And then bring that hand down, step the foot back to plank pose, and rock to your right side for side plank on this side. Take your top foot in to your thigh for a flag pose. And then we're gonna take our vinyasa, come back to down dog. Always have the option to go right to down dog. Take a couple more breaths here, just grounding in. And then let's start again from the right side. So inhale, your right foot lifts, bend the knee, stack the hip. Option to take a flip. Lower that foot down off to your right side. And if you can see me in the camera here, let's do a little digital high five. Yeah, nice. And we're gonna make our way back around. Take that foot up, around, and through in between your hands. Warrior one. Warrior two. Side angle. You know where we're going now. Take that top hand down, low lunge twist. Step the front foot back to side plank. Now we're gonna take this to warrior two. So your top foot's gonna make a big step up to the top. Check me out. Take that back heel around and down. Open up. And then flip your front palm. Reach it forward, up and back, reverse warrior. And then with an exhale, find a side angle. This time, if you want to take a bind, take your top hand around the back. You can take your front hand and catch it behind your back, reaching your front elbow forward on top of the thigh or in between the knee for a 3/4 bind. You're welcome to reach underneath of the thigh as well. So taking your bind of choice, drawing that top shoulder back, hugging the hips in. And then release your bind, come back to warrior two. Let's take a reverse warrior. Inhale. With an exhale, let's find a side angle. We're going to alternate through these shapes a couple more times. So inhale, reverse it, windmill the arms. And find side angle. One more time here, reverse warrior. And then side angle. And let's come up to warrior two here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up, look up at the arms. Exhale into the lunge. Let's do that twice more. Inhale and exhale. This time, inhale, turn your front toes in so your feet are parallel. And exhale, fold forward. Nice strong forward fold here. Engaging through the legs, through the feet and the knees. And then notice what you can soften here as you walk your hands further back behind you, or take hold of the toes, the ankles, draw yourself down, tilt your tailbone up. Then taking the hands to your thighs, let's go ahead and press back up, coming to a warrior two shape. And you're going to straighten your front leg as you reach forward, Trikonasana, stacking the shoulders, working your torso over that front hip as you gaze up. Now taking your block in your front hand, shifting forward for a half moon, stacking the shoulders, working that front hip over top of the standing leg. And then we're going to float it back to warrior two. Keep that front hand going. Inhale. Ride the exhale down, taking your flow. Yeah, nice work. Let's do the other side here. So reach your left foot up, bend the knee, stack the hips, and take a flip. Pressing the hips up here. Feel a nice arch shape all the way from your heel to this extended hand. Then we're going to plant the hand, step that foot all the way around and up. Warrior one. Warrior two. Lean forward into your side angle. Low lunge twist, stacking the shoulders. And then this time, take a hard step back to side plank. Step that foot right back into side plank. Then we're going to step that foot right back up to the top of the mat and open up to warrior two. Windmilling the arms, make it graceful. Yeah. Take your front palm, flip it, reach forward, up and back as you lean that front knee forward over top of the ankle. Reverse, reverse. And then finding your side angle. And feel free to take that bind here, wrapping the top arm. Again, I'll demonstrate the 3/4 bind for those who are interested here. Finding your edge, breathing into that. And then we'll release the arms. Keep it going, reverse warrior. With an exhale, shift forward, side angle. Moving with the breath, reverse warrior. And side angle. Reverse. And side angle. And let's take a warrior 2 shape here. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach the arms up and together. Exhale to the lunge. Inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale. Turn your front toes in. Take your hands behind you. Interlace them for a bind. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, fold forward in between the legs. Take your hands up and back. Squeezing the palms or the fingers together. And again, notice what you can soften in this pose. Let's release the hands to the mat. Take your hands, walk them over to the right foot. Walk them over to the right foot, pressing the toes down, bringing your torso towards that right leg. And then take it back through center and walk the hands over to the left foot. Same deal. And then back to center, hands on the hips. Rise up, finding a warrior 2 shape here. Reach forward, straighten the front leg, Trikonasana. Expanding through your joints, expanding through your joints. Imagine that there's a wall behind you that's connecting with you with both points of your shoulders. And then let's shift forward into a half moon. Extending long through the arm and through the leg. Extra balance challenge to gaze up at that top hand. Then we're going to find our warrior 2 shape. Again, gracefully step back. Keep this front arm rising, deep inhale. And exhale, flow through. Down dog or vinyasa. Staying in down dog. Take some deep breaths. Take a deep breath in, filling the lungs. And then exhale, let it go. Fully in. And sighing it out. Take one more breath like that. And let it go. Bend the knees, inhale, gaze forward. And with the exhale, press and float or step up to the top for a halfway lift. And a fold. And then root to rise. Circle the arms up overhead. Bring the hands to the heart for a mindful breath. And sweep the arms back, raise them up again. And forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And then press and float or step back and stay in plank pose this time. Rise up to plank pose. And let's inhale and exhale, lower down to a chaturanga. So hug the elbows into the ribs. Inhale to plank pose. 2 more like that. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, plank. 1 more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And this time with the exhale, you're going to lower all the way down. All right. And then pressing the palms underneath of the shoulders. With an inhale, peel the chest up, gaze is a few feet in front of you. Exhale, lower down, pressing the tops of the toes down, lifting the kneecaps. Inhale, raise up, press the hips down, broaden the collar, and lower. One more like that. Pressing into the arms a bit more here, engaging in the core. And then lower down. Very good. Reach your hands out long behind you, point through the fingers, bend the knees, take hold of the ankles or the feet. And then kick into the feet. We're going to peel the chest up, gaze a few feet forward here for Dhanurasana, bow pose. Kick into the feet a bit more, drawing the shoulder blades back, finding some extension here, some power. You can flex through the feet. And then lower the feet down. Take the hands in front of you, stack the hands underneath of the forehead, and then rock your heels in and out, releasing the lower back. And take your hands underneath of your shoulders, all right? Press back, press the hips back, find a child's pose here. Hang out in child's pose for 5 breaths. Letting the knees be wide, pressing the hips as far back to the heels as feels good for you. Just softening the forehead down into the mat. Then we're going to shift forward into a cobra pose. Tuck your toes, press back to down dog. Inhale, your right foot lifts. And step your right foot up in between your hands. Lower your back knee. Reach the arms up. Take your right hand around for your left thigh. Your left hand's going to reach up and back. Low lunge revolved. Exalted twist. And then frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then step your foot up. You're going to raise your back leg up high in front of you. Come to a high knee lift here. And then we're going to take a figure four, taking that ankle on top of your front thigh. Sit into it here. Press the hips back. And then if you want to fold forward here, you can do that as well. Blocks are very helpful here. Lengthening the spine, pressing the tailbone up. And then rise on up to that foot. Lift up the knee here. And we're going to take that foot inside of your hand. You can hold on the outside or the inside of the foot. Reach your right arm up, hinge forward, charge, kick into that back hand for a dancer pose. You can take your front hand in this beautiful Gyan Mudra. And then we're going to release that and float it all the way back to a runner's lunge. Frame your front foot. Step back to a plank and take a vinyasa. From down dog, your left foot lifts. Inhale. Exhale, step it to the top. Lower your back knee, raise the arms. Left hand keeps going for your right thigh. Right hand stretches up and back. Staying engaged through the core, drawing your hips together. Knitting the ribs in. Keeping the core stiff here. Reaching up and back. And then you're going to frame that front foot, tuck the back toes, three-legged dog. And left foot in between your hands. We're going to bring the right knee through and up and take a figure four here. You can flex those toes. Send your tailbone down and back in line with the spine. And let's find the fold here. So hinging forward. Relaxing through the neck. And then rise up, bring that knee up, bend the knee. Take hold of the right foot with your right hand, left hand rises, and then hinge forward, shining the heart, taking your front hand in that Gyan Mudra. Slight back bend here. And then this time, we're going to bring this top foot down to meet our standing foot. Let's fold. Take a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Just get some real nice length in the spine. And then exhale, fold over for Padangusthasana. Take your big toes with your two peace fingers here. You can bend into the knees, draw your torso down, sway the head, and straighten into the legs, tilting the tailbone up. Sway the head a bit more too. Continue to actively release through the shoulders and the neck. And then we'll release the bind and move root to rise. Align your vertebrae one at a time, circling the arms up. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. Now reach your hands forward. Come up to your tippy toes. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips down to your heels, slowly like you're lowering through honey. Yeah, slow it down a bit. Then once your seat touches your feet, send your knees wide, reach the arms further, and then gracefully sit back. Let the back keep on going. We're going to go right into bridge pose, pressing the feet down, raise the hips up. You can interlace the hands, an option to roll over the top of the shoulders. Drawing the belly up and towards the chest, and the chest towards the chin. Then release the hands and the arms, soften the chest, roll down the back. Rock your knees from left to right. Windshield wipers. And point your knees straight up. This time you can take a bridge or a wheel. If you want to take a wheel, your hands can come alongside your ears, fingers pressing towards your torso. Rise up to the top of the head first, and then press on up. All right, hang out here for a few more breaths. Nice and strong in your pose here. Enjoying that inversion. Nice even extension and expansion along through the spine. And then tuck the chin, lower down the shoulders, roll down the back. Let's rock the knees left and right again, windshield wipers. And then let's take one more round here. Bridge, wheel, or shoulder stand. If you want to take a shoulder stand, just take the hips above the shoulders, let the feet come back behind you, and take the weight into the elbows here. Direct your weight down into your elbows so it's far away from the neck. You can point through the toes, get some engagement here. And if you're in a bridge or a wheel, you can lower down and then take yogi's choice. Take 10 breaths to find whatever pose feels right for you, or go ahead and join me in a shoulder stand. We'll settle into this inversion for a bit. Regulating your breath. Find an even breath pattern. And tune into the effects of a reversal of gravity on the blood flow. And then option to take your feet all the way back behind you for plow pose. You can take your feet to the ground. I have a window right behind me. But if your feet can come back behind you to the ground for plow pose, go ahead. Continuing to stay active through the back and the tailbone, listening to your body here. And then you could bend the knees, take the knees alongside the ears for deaf man's pose. And then we're going to slowly roll out vertebrae by vertebrae. I like to keep my hands either on the mat or on my legs. Just one vertebrae at a time, bring them down. And then we're going to take fish pose. So stay lying down, just relax into the pose. And then you're going to take your palms underneath of your seat, under your butt, right? Draw your elbows together, draw the shoulder blades back and down, and then press the center of your chest, your sternum up and back. Rock the back of your head down so the top of your head should be touching the ground. And then point through your toes. Point long through your toes, Matsyasana fish pose. And take a couple more breaths here. And then slowly lower down, bring your knees into your chest. Bringing the knees into the chest here. And we'll take supine twists. So rock your knees over to your right side. Gaze is over your left. Your arms can come out in a T or in a cactus. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Expanding your lungs in all 3 dimensions. And then bringing your knees back up to center. Lifting the sacrum off the mat. And then lower it down. Rock your knees over to your left. Gaze over to your right side. Let your shoulders touch into the mat. You know, if the shoulders don't easily touch the mat, it may be worth placing a block in between your thighs to help take those shoulders down. And your spine should still be more or less in a line from the tailbone to the crown of your head. And then just relax into this pose. Taking a few more deep, full breaths. Let the exhale be long and smooth. And then bringing the knees back into the chest. Take yourself into a ball here, cosmic egg. Hug yourself in here. Sway a bit back and forth from side to side. If you want to take a quick happy baby, go for it. And then we're going to find our Shavasana, relaxing one leg out and then the other. Softening down into your shape. Staying relaxed. If you want to lower the lights in the room that you're in, go ahead and go for it. And I'll lead a brief guided relaxation. Softening the large areas of the body, letting the chest expand, the shoulders widen and relax down. Let your arms simply hang, releasing any activity. Just noticing the sensations in the body. Simply witnessing yourself being breathed. Releasing control of the breath, but maintaining an awareness of it. Softening the muscles of the face, relaxing the corners of the eyes, cheeks and the jawline can soften. Perhaps bringing the lips into a gentle smile. Softening through the neck and the shoulders. With an exhale, allow the neck to relax down, every vertebrae extending through your thoracic, your lumbar spine, down to your tailbone. Softening every muscle in your core, abdomen. Noticing the hips, the upper legs, knees, and lower legs relax. Encourage the breath to expand, and the exhale to be slow and steady. And as sensations arise within the body, you can hold that in your awareness with the exhale and allow that to dissolve and soften. Noticing your breath again. Taking a deep inhale in 3 dimensions, filling the chest. Exhale, filling the chest up to the collar, down to the belly. Then press the navel to spine, squeeze it out with the exhale. Inhale, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles. Waking up the body, lifting the arms up above you for a full body stretch, breathing in, reaching out. Then take your arms, wrap them around your legs, bring your knees into your chest, feeling that appreciation for returning to your yoga mat once again. And then with the eyes closed, make your way up to seated. You can rock over to one side and then press up, or simply rock up to seated. Draw the shoulders back. Take a deep inhale. And let it go. Bringing the hands to the heart. Thank you for tuning in, for flowing, and for breathing with me. Namaste. Again, this has been Lucas with a Power Yoga Flow. Please tune in again next week for a couple more rounds. See you then. Bye. Is anybody still on the stream? I wanted to see if I could hear. I wanted to see if I could hear feedback or check in. Okay. Ciao.